Hello YouTube, greetings from the Pipe Dungeon. Jim, Further 73 here with you. Thought I'd do a kind of a two-topic video today. Excuse me. Part of it's going to be on the pipe that I'm going to smoke, and the other half will be a tobacco review for what I'm going to smoke in that pipe. First thing is the pipe. It is a, I'm guessing, a 1980s vintage gourd Calabash. It's, when I got it, it'd barely been used. I'm the one responsible for most of this. Cork seal, natural gourd. And the thing about the gourd Calabash is it provides an exceptionally cool, dry smoke. Makes your tobacco taste better. Get all the good, rich flavors out of it without the taste of the briar coming into play, because it's got a meerschaum bowl. And that's about that. Not much to taking care of one of these. Just like any other pipe, when you're done, you want to let it rest. Run a pipe cleaner down through the stem. This one, and then the unique part of this is what I like to do is when I'm done, after it cools down, remove the bowl so the gourd can dry. We'll set it back in its stand. I've got a little stand for it here. Let that dry out. Run a pipe cleaner down through the draft here. And since the bowl is meerschaum, what I like to do is take a pipe cleaner, just fold it over like this. And you want to prevent a cake from building up in the meerschaum, because the cake will expand and contract at a different rate than the meerschaum, and you run the potential for cracks. So I'll just swab out the bowl, get rid of any remaining dottle or ash, and set that aside, and it's ready to go next time. The only other thing that is really different with a gourd Calabash versus a briar or a meerschaum is with the gourd Calabash, you've got a cork seal right here, and this is what seals the airflow around the bowl and the gourd, so you don't get any leaks between the bowl and the gourd itself. On a lot of these older Calabash pipes, that cork will dry out, it'll crack, you may find it with chunks of it missing. There's several different places that you can go to have them recorked. I won't go into that now, but a quick Google search will net you any results that you need for that. But something that you should do to help maintain and care for your pipe, or if you find an estate version in a junk shop someplace, is go down to your local music store or hit up your Band Geek Kid and get some of this. This is premium cork grease. This one, as you can see, is like a tube of lip balm, and it works just the same way. You know, turns up and turns down. What this is for is it's for sealing up the cork seals on woodwind instruments, reed instruments, and the like. Just what I like to do is extend the stick out like so, and then just lightly go around the inside here and give that cork seal a nice little coat of cork grease. That keeps it moist and supple, helps with the seal, also helps prevent the bowl from sticking to the cork seal, and there you go, ready to use. So I am going to pack this up. I'm going to pause the video right here, pack it up, and we'll get on with our tobacco review. Alright folks, we're back. I've got my char light taken care of here. I'll get it fired up for you. As you can see, it's another full-bodied smoke, and I am smoking it in what I believe to be a 1980s vintage Pioneer Calabash. This was an estate find I picked up on eBay. It came with the stand, and we just went through some of the care and feeding of this guy. There were no markings on it when I got it, no packaging, but it was very, very lightly used. It maybe had half a dozen bowls smoked through it. I mean, the inside of the bowl was barely browned up, and there was no char or anything at all. And in fact, the bottom of the bowl was still light tan instead of the black that you saw just a short while ago. And in it is the subject of this portion of our video and our tobacco review for today. The tobacco that I'm smoking is part of the GLP's Old London series, Gaslight. It's a really popular tobacco with a lot of people. This tin is, I picked it up in February of 15, but the manufacturer's date says it was tinned up in October of 2014. So it's got a couple years in the tin, which in my opinion probably helps it. It is an English. It's got a fair amount of Latakia. And the thing with Latakia, as the tobacco's age, it doesn't really mature like the Virginias do. You don't get quite as much benefit from long-term aging like you do with a good Virginia. About 3 to 5 years is all the longer you want to age a bold Latakia blend like this. Otherwise, Latakia tends to fade and it loses something of its magic. Very nice packaging. You know, it's your typical cat food style tin here. Comes in a 2-ounce tin rather than the 1.5 or 1 3/4. It's not a 50 gram. It's 56.5, I think. Anyway, it's 2 ounces. Comes with actually a paper lining. It's got liner notes here. You can read all about that on their website or tobacco reviews. I'm not going to go through it here. And the tobacco is actually packaged like this with the cardboard insert. And what you get in the tin is you get 2 beautiful 1-ounce plugs of tobacco. This is one of them. The other one I've already rubbed out. You can see the nice blend of leaves. Really nice looking piece of tobacco. It's got a slight smoky smell to it. A little bit of sweetness to the scent. Sort of along the lines of maybe plums or raisins, but very faintly sweet. It's got a very nice tin note to it. And you can see in the tin I've rubbed this out. And if you watched my previous video on the tobacco grinder, that's how I've done this, and it's very much like a coarse ribbon that you would get from McClelland. The way I've got it rubbed out here. It lights well, burns well. It burns slow. Would recommend that you pack the bowl a little bit lighter than normal to get a good burn on it. And as with anything, if you don't keep puffing on it and tending to your pipe, it will go out. Now, I read reviews on this at tobaccoreviews.com. It's rated very highly over there. A lot of people like it. And I wanted very much to like this blend. It's well packaged. It smells good in the tin. It's got a nice tin note. It's actually got a very decent room note. It's got a nice smoky, musty room note that I find to be quite pleasant. The lady folk may not care for it, but I like it very well. Unfortunately, try as I might, I just don't care for this tobacco. I get no sweetness at all. It ranges in flavor between sour and bitter. Furnace. Just a moment, I'm going to shut that off. Alright, we'll let it do its thing here in a minute when I'm done. It's a fairly full-bodied smoke. It is somewhat rich. I would say it's got a fair amount of nicotine. But try as I might, I don't care for it. It's a good quality tobacco. It's well made. It's nicely packaged. And believe me, I really wanted to like this because everything it says on the tin about you know, the dark musty aromatic smell of the Latakia, the flavors and everything. It sounds like it's just right up my alley, but I've tried this tobacco in a cob. I've tried it in briars, and as you can see in this this Calabash, and I'm not able to like it. Nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't hit my palate at all. The flavor, I get no sweetness, very, very little smokiness from the Latakia. The flavors that tend to come through for me range between bitter and sour, and the taste lingers. I've not noticed it ghosting a pipe, which is good, but I smoke mostly Englishes anyway. But it just doesn't have the flavor that I had hoped it would. But don't let my negative impression of it turn you off. If it sounds like something you'd like to try, let me know and we can work out a trade. Because I've got this, which is probably 1.5 ounces left. That block that I showed you is a 1 ounce block, and then the remnants of what I've got left that I didn't smoke, and I'm not going to smoke anymore. And as a matter of fact, I'm not even going to finish this bowl because I don't like it. But I am interested in trades. I have this tin, which is probably 3/4 of the way full, and I have a brand new unopened tin of the very same stuff that I bought at the same time that I'd be willing to trade. Looking for any kind of English. Frog Morton, love all of the frogs. I'll trade anybody a tin of the frogs for a tin of this. Fusiliers rations, Lancer slices, English luxury flake, you name it. Hit me up. If you're interested and you want to try a Gaslight, leave me a note down in the comments. Send me a private message, whatever, and I'll get back with you and we'll arrange some kind of a trade for this tobacco because I just didn't care for it. So with that, I'm going to let you go on and enjoy your holiday weekend, or what's left of it. Thanks an awful lot for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll be looking forward to the comments. And let me know what you think of GLP's Gaslight. This time I'm not a fan, but I'm sure somebody out there will absolutely love it. So, like I said, hit me up. We'll do a trade. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Till next time.